Welcome to our chair yoga class, part of our Grow with GoGo series. Before we get moving, just a quick reminder of what else GoGo offers. So in addition to these classes, you can access rides, meals, groceries, medication delivery, and home services, all by calling one number. And that phone number is 855-464-6872. We also have a referral program. So if you go to the bottom of your GoGo receipts, there is a code. If you give that code to a friend, once they've taken their first service with GoGo, you will both get $30 in credit. So a really big win-win. It's gotten much bigger. It used to be $10 in credit, and now it's 30. So if you know someone who would benefit, go ahead and let them know. We also have a Facebook page, so if you ever want to continue any of our conversations online, you can find us on Facebook. We'll share a link to our page in the chat. And now to the meat of the program. If we haven't met, I'm Adra. I teach the yoga and the functional fitness classes here at GoGo on Wednesdays and Fridays. What do we need? So for chair yoga, this class is primarily seated, pretty relaxed. So if you have a chair, that would be great. Otherwise, a couch would be okay. Probably not something that rolls around. You want to feel steady, and not feel like you're going to lose your seat if you shift side to side. So something steady. I prefer no armrest just because it gives me more movement, but if you want armrest, that's totally fine. So whatever feels good. Um, let's see, we are Friday, so there's no move of the week, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We don't need to confuse ourselves here. All right, so in a moment, my screen should pop up nice and big. So we'll give it a second to do that. And then if for some reason it doesn't pop up big, um, you can adjust your own settings. So what you'll do is you'll move your cursor to the top right-hand corner of your Zoom screen, and a box will pop up that says View. You can pick Speaker View, and you'll see me nice and big, or Gallery View, if you want to see everybody else. So it should have just happened, but if for some reason it didn't, you can go ahead and do that. All right, I'm gonna move my mic and have a sip of water, and we'll get moving. All right, go ahead and find your seat. Plant those feet. Let's take some big circles with the torso. So just a reminder that this is your time and your practice. So if you ever want to modify, add something, subtract something, you are totally welcome to do so. Please listen to your body. Go ahead and circle the other way. And come back to center. Let's do a few shoulder rolls forward. And a few shoulder rolls back. Allow the shoulders to relax, and let's just gently rotate the head, no, turning it right and left. And then nod the head, yes, looking up and down. And then back to center. Let's bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. One more time, right ear to right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. and back to center. Let's go ahead and close the eyes or soften your gaze to the ground. Begin to tune into your breathing. So just beginning to notice where you feel the breath in your body. Maybe you can feel the air entering and exiting the nostrils. Maybe you can feel the air moving in the mouth or down the throat. Can maybe even imagine that air moving just parallel to your hard palate. Maybe you can feel the air moving in your chest. Or into the side body. Or even into your back. Or maybe you feel movement in your abdomen. So just noticing wherever you feel the breath. And then begin to encourage to slow your breath. Just a tiny bit. No force, just a little slower. So as we move through our practice, I want to encourage you to keep your breath smooth and slow and steady. If at any point you find yourself holding your breath or finding a really rapid breath, that might be a sign to back off or slow down. Although this class is pretty relaxed, sometimes when something feels challenging or intense, our breath can change. And so we want to notice the breath and keep it as steady and smooth as possible. So as you're ready, feel free to blink your eyes open, and we'll inhale, reach those arms out to the side and lift the chest. So a little back bend, arms can even start to reach back. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your tail, drop your chin to your chest and give yourself a hug, wrapping the arms around your body. I'll give you a side view. You don't need to move. Inhale, chest opens, arms reach out to the side, and then back sternum lifts towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round, curve the spine, tuck the tail, give yourself a hug. So keep going here. at your own pace. Really being sure to link your breath with your movement. Go ahead and make your way back to center, releasing the arms. Let's inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Pause at the top. Let's take the palms to touch and lower the hands to the heart. So go ahead and keep the hands at the heart here, and you can decide where the hands are. So if you move your hands lower, more towards kind of middle of the torso, you'll get more stretch in your forearms. If your hands stay higher, you'll get less stretch in your forearms. So feel free to play with where your hands are. I like to bring my forearms close to parallel to the earth. That gives me the best stretch. From here, we'll inhale, twist the spine and let your arms move in that same direction as your twist. So you'll get a little more stretch in the arms as well. And then exhale, go the other way. So hands can move in the same direction that you're twisting if you'd like. And just keep going at your own pace, twisting right and left. Maybe noticing if there's one side that feels a little easier than the other. And then making your way back to center. Pause. Keep those hands in this prayer position or this palm touching position. We're going to move the fingers to face forward and then down. So we're in that thumb is touching the sternum, and then we're going to move so that the heels of the hands are sort of towards your chest, fingers point forward. And then hands are going to go down. And we'll hold here. So you might get a little stretch. We'll hold for just 3 breaths. And then gently release the hands, shake them out. And let's move our feet nice and wide. So taking those legs into a nice wide stance. So depending on your seat, you might need to either scooch forward or maybe scooch back. Just make sure your feet are actually touching the ground. If your feet aren't touching the ground, make it a smaller width. It doesn't need to be huge. You can have your heels lifted if necessary. But whatever you do, make sure your feet are touching the ground. I don't want any dangling legs. From here, you're going to lean to your right hand presses onto your thigh. You can stay with a straight arm. You can begin to bend that right elbow. I'm mirroring you. You could bring your right forearm to an armrest if you have one, or bring your right forearm to your leg if that's accessible. If the moment you bring your arm to the leg, your other hip lifts off the ground, go back to the hand. So I'd prefer that your seat stays grounded. So both sits bones are grounded. From here, that free arm, that left arm can stay resting by your side. Reach out to the side, move to the ceiling, or reach all the way overhead. So finding a nice side stretch here, breathing into the sides of the ribs, especially focusing on that side that you're stretching, so that left side body. As you inhale, feel the stretch, maybe intensify a tiny bit. Unclench your jaw. Nice, slow, deep breath. And go ahead and lift yourself up. Pause in the center, maybe a few shoulder rolls forward, a few shoulder rolls back. And let's go to the other side. So leaning to your left hand is supporting you on your thigh. You can have a straight arm or a bent elbow. Your forearm could also find an armrest or your thigh. Just make sure wherever you go, your sits bones are grounded so that right hip isn't coming off the chair, it's staying down. That free arm can stay down by your side, reach out to the side, up towards the ceiling, or all the way over. It doesn't matter. Find what feels good and take several deep breaths, focusing on that right side body that you are stretching. Go ahead and lift yourself back up to center. Pause in the middle. Take a few deep breaths. We're going to keep these legs wide for just a little bit longer. Hands will rest on your thighs. You'll lean forward and let your shoulders creep up towards your ears. I'll give you a little bit of a side view here. So I'm leaning forward. Shoulders are creeping up towards the ears. We'll let that right shoulder dip and we'll twist to the left. And then come to center. Other way, you'll let your other shoulder dip, so left shoulder dips, twist to the right. One more time each side. Right shoulder dips. And left shoulder dips. And back to center. Sitting tall, take your time. Let's bring those legs back towards each other. All right, from here, let's move our attention down to our feet for a little bit. Let's move into some heel raises, alternating heel raises. So balls of the feet and toes stay down. We alternate lifting the heel and the arch. Moving at your own pace, just a few more. All right, let's move into marching. So now you'll just lift your whole thigh up or knee up. If you prefer, you can stick to the heel raises instead of doing the marching, no problem. All right. And then let's go ahead and lift one leg up and pause. Feel free to take your hands and grab a hold of the knee or the shin. If that doesn't feel good, you can just lift the leg up without holding on. I just like to use that so that I don't have to work my leg so much to keep the leg up. So I'm leaning a little bit back, so I'm counterbalancing, and that way I'm not using muscular strength here. And we'll circle that ankle of the leg we're holding on to. And again, you don't need to hold on to do this. I just find that's easier. Circle the ankle the other way. You could also just do this with your foot down and circle the ankle. And then we'll release and switch sides. So other leg comes up, wrap your hands around the shin if you'd like. You can lean back, circle your ankle. This doesn't work really any way that you want to move those ankles, totally fine. Go the other direction. Great, let's go ahead and let that foot go. We'll come back to the upper body. Let's bend those elbows 90 degrees, hands in front of you. It's like you're holding a plate in each hand. We don't want to drop the plate. So whatever you do, don't drop the plate in each hand. From here, we'll inhale, externally rotate those arms. So thumbs are going to reach back. Don't drop the plates. So don't let the plates come too high or too low. We're keeping that 90-degree bend as those thumbs reach back behind you, fingers out to the side. And then exhale, come forward, back to neutral. Hands come in front of us. So we inhale, externally rotate. Fingers are reaching out to the side. Thumbs are reaching back. And then back to neutral. Keep going. Couple more at your own pace. So don't worry about my speed. Good. Go ahead and release those arms and let's stretch that right leg forward in front of us. I'm just going sideways so you can see better. You can keep facing your screen. So right leg is stretching forward in front of us. We have a straight right leg and a bent left knee. From here, we'll inhale, lean forward a little bit. Feel the stretch intensify along the back of the leg. And then exhale, sit tall. Keep going at your own pace. So you're going forward and back. Now, if you're feeling that you're not getting any stretch, you might be sitting too far back in your chair. So if you're sitting really far back in the chair, it's hard to get the leg to be straight. So you need to sit further forward towards the front edge of the chair so that you can fully straighten your leg as you lean forward and back. Of course, as you lean forward, you'll probably feel more stretch. As you sit tall, less stretch. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and hold the stretch. So you can hold it in any position. You can be sitting tall. You can lean forward, bracing yourself on your hands. You could bring your left forearm to your thigh. Right hand can find your leg, your knee, whatever feels good. Several deep breaths. Let the jaw relax. Maybe even let the head and neck go. Find that smooth, slow breath. All right, we're going to keep the leg long, but go ahead and lift your torso up for a moment. We're going to add a twist to this stretch. So it's up to you how far you lean forward. You can stay completely upright or lean a little forward. I'm going to lean a little forward because that feels nice for my body. So left hand is going to be on your leg. Right hand, so on your left leg. Right hand goes behind your back. And again, you could do this sitting tall if you prefer. And then we are going to twist to the right. Now, if you feel okay, you could bend that left elbow to bring your torso further forward as you twist. Couple deep breaths. And go ahead and come on up, unwind. Rebend that right knee, gently windshield wiper those knees side to side just to shake it off. And we'll go to the second side. So left leg goes long, right knee stays bent. We're sitting pretty far forward towards the front of the chair, but not so far that you're going to fall. We inhale, lean forward, feel that stretch intensify along the back of the leg, and then exhale, sit tall, back away from the stretch. Keep going. And then we'll hold the stretch, so feel free to sit tall or lean forward. Maybe the elbows are bent, or maybe your right forearm is finding your right thigh. Feel free to let the head and neck go. And we'll hold for several breaths, letting the jaw be relaxed and soft. Go ahead and lift yourself back up. Pause for a moment. We're going to add that twist. So again, you can keep your torso upright as you do the twist, or you can lean a little forward. I'm going to lean forward because that's what I did on the other side, and that felt nice for me. So supporting yourself on your right leg if you're leaning forward. If you're sitting tall, you can just have your right hand wherever feels good. Left hand goes behind the back, and we'll go ahead and twist to the left. Two more breaths. And go ahead and come on up, rebend the knee, untwist, gently windshield wiper your knees, side to side, shake it off. All right, let's give those legs a little break. Let's take the thumbs inside of the hands and wrap those fingers around your thumbs. So thumbs go to the palms, wrap the fingers around. So you're making a fist with the thumbs inside of the fist. And then you'll do some wrist circles that way. So you'll get a little more stretch in the backs of the forearms. If your thumbs are inside, go ahead and circle the other way. Great, let's go ahead and release the thumbs and find a W shape with the arms, palms face forward. So thumbs are close to the shoulders, elbows are bent and close to the side. Let's inhale, reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Feel as though you could get your torso to reach taller and taller. And then exhale, bend the elbows and make fists with your hands. Come back to the W shape. So inhale, we spread those fingers, reach the hands up, reach as tall as you can. And then exhale, make fists as you bend your elbows into that W shape. Keep going at your own pace. So we're thinking about those shoulder blades. So in the back of the body, our shoulder blades will glide as we move our arms. So as the arms reach up, the shoulder blades will raise and kind of rotate out to the side. And then as we bend the elbows, the shoulders blades will lower and then move a little towards each other. Keep going. So at your own pace. Don't worry about my speed. We're going to stop halfway now. So next time you're halfway between the two, we'll pause. So you're kind of at a 90-degree bend. You can relax the fists or relax the hands wherever you are. We'll go into eagle arms. I'll mirror you. We'll bring that right elbow over the left in front of the face. So now our elbows are nestled. Your hands can stay separated. They can touch, or you can hug yourself. So you have lots of options. You can hug yourself. Elbows can be touching, but the hands can be separated, or elbows can be touching and the hands are touching as well. No matter what variation you're in, we'll add a little movement. Inhale, lift the elbows up a little, do a baby back bend, and then exhale, lower the elbows a little baby rounding. I'll show you from the side. So we inhale, let the chest lift a little as the elbows lift. And exhale, let the elbows drop as the chest drops a little. Keep going. A few more at your own pace. Come back to center and we'll switch. So release the arms and then other elbow comes on top. Same thing. You hug yourself. Eagle arms with separated hands or eagle arms with hands touching. There's no right or wrong. It's just whatever feels good. Same movement. We inhale, lift the elbows a little bit. Chest can lift as well. And then exhale, lower the elbows, curve the spine. Keep going. And then make your way back to center. Release the arms. Whew, shake them out. And then we'll move to the standing portion of class. This part is only a few minutes. If you don't want to stand, please just stay seated. Do a few stretches there. You could stretch your neck. You could do some leg stretches. You could repeat anything we've already done. Or something else. If you are up for it, we'll go ahead and stand. Make your way behind your chair. If you cannot get behind your chair, find a wall, find a table, a counter, something to hold on to for balance. You just want to make sure that you feel steady and safe. From there, let's go ahead and step the right leg back behind us, anywhere from 1 to 3 feet back. All 10 toes are facing forward. I'm on super narrow railroad tracks, so I'm not on a tightrope. That right foot is not directly behind the left, but I'm not really wide either. I'll show you a front view. So, right, there's just enough space between the legs, but not a lot. So we've got left leg in front, right leg behind. We're going to square the hips. So just notice if your pelvis is opening out to the side. We might do that in a moment, but let's start with those hips nice and square. And then we'll begin to bend the elbows and let the torso come forward. Thinking about this happening at the pelvis more than at the spine. Hands can be on your chair or can rest on your leg. It's up to you. Just make sure you feel steady and safe. So all 10 toes are facing forward. If you took your hands on your hips and your fingers are on those hard bones in the front of your pelvis, make sure that they're sort of facing down towards the ground versus kind of to the side. So we will move to the side in a moment. But for now, their hard bones in the front of the pelvis are facing down. Now you can continue to hold onto your leg or onto the chair. Doesn't matter. You're going to let those hard bones in the front of the pelvis open to the right. So that right leg is in the back. We're opening the pelvis to the right. So we're almost turning the whole body to the right. So the torso can move as well with the pelvis. And again, your hands can be on your body or on your chair. So you'll feel the stretch move a bit from when you were squared hips to now open pelvis. 3 deep breaths. And then go ahead and square those hips again. Find your hands back to the chair if they're on your leg. Straighten the elbows, lift the torso, and we'll step forward. Back foot meets the front. Let's find the second side. So left leg steps back, 1 to 3 feet back, just depends on the length of the legs. All 10 toes face forward. Your back heel is on the ground, and your feet are on these like very narrow railroad tracks. From here, we begin to bend the elbows
Let the torso come forward, keeping the spine relatively long so we're not rounding the back into a Halloween cat position. Feel free to keep holding onto the chair or find your thigh if that's more comfortable and you feel steady there. If you need to, check on those hard bones in the front of the pelvis. Make sure that they're pointing downward, that they're not open yet. Jaw is relaxed. Then we'll open the pelvis to the left. So if the left leg is in the back, that's the way we're moving. We're moving to the left. We're opening the pelvis. Those hard bones in the front of the pelvis start to face the left side. Feeling free to hold on to your chair or your leg. So you'll feel the stretch move to a different spot when you move your pelvis. Go ahead and bring your pelvis back to neutral. Straighten out those arms, holding onto the chair, and step forward. Back foot meets the front. One more standing stretch. We'll do a chair dog or an upside down L, holding on to your support. Walk your feet back until your torso is close to parallel to the earth. Your legs are perpendicular to the ground so that your hips are approximately over your ankles. Of course, your knees can be bent and your torso could be more lifted, or a combination of the two. Go ahead and lift your torso up, walk yourself forward, and take your time to find your seat once again. All right, let's go ahead and move into our figure 4. So options, we'll take that right ankle, cross it over the left ankle and let the knee open out to the side. You can stay there, or you can prop your foot up onto a block or a cushion, a footstool, something where it's just bringing your leg a little higher. Or you can cross your ankle over your thigh. If you're really close to crossing your ankle over your thigh, but it's just not quite there, feel free to sit up onto something higher. You could sit up onto a stool. You could add some pillows underneath you. For me, the armrest of the couch is higher than my chair, so you could do that depending on your furniture. Your knee might be higher than mine. That's totally fine. So it's fine for the knee to be up as long as you feel safe and comfortable. So finding whatever position works for you today. And we'll do a few circles with the torso. Circle the other way. And then let's find a position to hold the stretch. We're only going to hold it for a few breaths. Doesn't matter. If you can't pick, I'd say lean forward to hold the stretch. But if there's a different position you'd prefer, that's fine. Go ahead and sit on up. Undo your legs, shake them off. And we'll find that on the second side. So left ankle can cross over the right. Let your knee open out to the side. Or prop that left foot up onto something, a stool, a couple of cushions, like a foot, I don't know, coffee table, anything that lifts your foot up. You could also take your foot over your thigh and sit up onto something higher if you want a little extra support. So take a moment, find that position that works for you. Smooth out the breath and then start to find some small circles with the torso. Go the other direction if you haven't already switched. Then whenever you'd like, go ahead and hold the stretch. Just a few breaths, not very long. Any position you'd like. If you can't decide, I'd say lean forward. Go ahead and lift your torso back to center. Gently undo your legs. Let's sit nice and tall. Maybe let the hands rest on your body. Maybe one hand to the chest and one to the abdomen, or two to the chest or two to the abdomen. Take a moment, close the eyes. Feel your breath beneath your palms. Then bring the palms to touch in front of the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for taking time to take care of your mind and your body. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining today. Pleasure as always. We have a few minutes now. If anyone has any questions, maybe questions about class or about our functional fitness class. If you have GoGo specific questions, the best thing to do is reach out to GoGo directly. I don't usually know the answers to those questions. If you want to see other people here in the Zoom as well, you can go to that top right-hand corner and change it to gallery view, and then you'll see other people's faces, which can be nice. So the floor is yours. You can use the chat or unmute yourself, or pop off if you are ready to go and have other things to do. Thank you, Miss Chloe. I'm seeing your comment in the chat. Wishing everyone a blessed weekend.
This is Deborah. Can you hear me?
Ah, yes. Hi, Deborah.
Hi. I have to commend your leadership in this class. I totally trust it. And I I think I've told you I've done yoga in, not steadily through my life, but regularly, on and off. And um, the workout I'm getting with you has equal benefit to me at this point as it did when I first started. So I think that's saying a lot, for your direction. And I'm just very grateful. That's what I'm sitting here being grateful for is you.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. That's really sweet. Thanks for saying that. That means a lot.
Sure.
Seeing some other nice comments from Joel. Thanks for another meaningful and enjoyable workout. Some thank you from Penny. And DJ, peace to you both. Fran saying, I see you, Francis. Give me one second. I'm just going to get through the rest of the chat. Fran, feel good. Thanks. Blessings to all. And then Sonia, couldn't see you on the iPad. Oh, okay. Good to know. I was like, oh, wait, there are two of you. Yes, Francis, I saw you raising your hand.
I just wanted to say that when you first mentioned unclench your jaws, I felt as if you were talking to me. I don't know whether you addressed the whole class, but it made me laugh and I did unclench my jaws. And I thank you for that because it makes a difference. It is a very much
Wonderful.
relaxed
Wow.
um, exercise. So I
Amazing.
thank you. And as always, I very much enjoyed the class.
Awesome. Thanks, Francis. I say that because I'm a jaw clencher. And so every time I catch myself clenching my jaw, I go, I bet somebody else is clenching their jaw too. Oh, I'm seeing some other thank you from Linda and great workout from Hildy.
Hey, Edra, this is
Hi, Kevin.
Ken.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm in San Jose, California. Did you say you were in San Francisco a week or two ago?
Yes, I live in San Francisco and I used to live in San Jose. I went to grad school at San Jose State.
Oh, I'll be darned. Yeah, well, in grad school, well, I graduated from San Jose State. So,
Nice.
yeah. So you know where San Jose is. And I want to thank you for the great session again. Gives me a good workout, and I'll tell you, it's a little bit of a challenge with me with my severe eyesight loss. I don't know if you notice me, I'll bounce up and get my nose close to the screen to see what position you're in, and then I sit back down and try and duplicate it. So gives me some extra exercise that way. Anyhow, thanks, and have a good week, and we'll see you next weekend or next week.
Awesome. Thanks, Ken.
Okay.
I'm seeing the chat. Thank you from Nancy. DJ saying, I find myself always looking for the burn in one or another muscle group. Is it okay to keep doing this? Yeah, it's fine to find sort of that heat that you feel when you're stretching a muscle. Totally fine to keep doing that. And adjusting your body until you feel like you're getting a stretch. Because if you're moving your body and you're not feeling a stretch, you probably aren't getting a stretch.
I was worried that was the problem. I'm glad to hear you, glad to get the reinforcement. Thank you.
Yeah, you are so welcome.
Adra, could you read the Facebook website? I'm legally blind and I can't see it.
The website to our Facebook group. You know what? I don't think it's in our chat. So if you give me a second, V just put the link in the chat, that last most recent comment. If you click that, that should bring us to the Facebook group. Or would you like me to read it out?
Could you please read it out?
Yeah. Okay. So it's https://
Okay.
bit.ly/GoGoGrOUP.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. I hope that worked.
I've got the same issue that the last gentleman had. The vision is not as terrific as it used to be.
Yeah. Did the link work?
I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
I will later.
Okay.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Yeah, it's a big transition when suddenly our different senses change.
Yeah.
Anything else before I let you go?
I too am looking forward to screen reader software on my machine. Um, that would be an option for her.
That's true. That's true. There is software you can get that will read the screen. I think also sometimes if you change the mode, I'm not very familiar with this, you can do that now without special software. A lot of
different like websites already have things set up so that it reads out loud for you.
Windows has it built in, but there's also a fair number of applications out there that'll read the browser just very nicely. Pass.
That's awesome, DJ. Thanks for sharing that. So hopefully those who might find that valuable caught that. I used to use software when I was in grad school to read my textbooks so that I could do other things at the same time. It was just too much reading, so I'll just listen while I shower and do other things.
Exactly the reason for it to be.
Alrighty, I will let everyone go. Have a wonderful weekend. Great having you as always. Looking forward to seeing you next time, either on Wednesday or Friday. Thanks, everybody.